Oh, White. Hi. I didn't think you'd come. Well, you sent that message saying you couldn't make it, so we figured you wouldn't be here, but don't worry. You're always welcome to come anyways. Just a note, we've got two more people here than last time. Purple's my partner, and Yellow's a friend of ours that just loves the concept. I'm sure you'll have a great time with the two of them too. Blue and Red are here too, just like last time. So, how have you been? You said via text that you couldn't be here because of a date, but I'm guessing that you were let down. Yeah, sorry to hear that. But don't worry, I'm sure everyone here would just love to cuddle you and make you feel better.
Yellow, stop it. If you cross the line, the pillows might catch on fire.
It's not high enough yet. We need to have a good base to make it higher, and for that we need to go wider.
Welcome back, darling. Who's this cutie you've brought along from the cold evening outside?
Red, Blue, you remember White? As for Purple and Yellow, this is White. They're shy, and that is why they first came here. But more importantly, they had a date tonight and got a no-show.
Oh no! Are you okay, White? Do you need anything? I can get you something sweet or hearty if you want. Purple made like a bunch of snacks and pastries and stuff, and they're absolutely delicious.
Oh, it's no trouble, dear. Just come lie down with us all. I swear it will be great. We've got soft mattresses to lay on. Yellow's building a comfortable place to lay if you're cold, and you can snuggle up to my side, lay on my chest, whatever you want.
I'm sorry to hear what happened to you. People shouldn't treat each other like that. Promises are meant to be kept, and if you promise to go out with someone, you're supposed to actually do it, not entirely ignore the agreement.
Hey, did you bring a pillow? Just curious. Sometimes people like to bring their own pillows because they're more comfortable or because they smell nice.
Look, Yellow, the pillow part is not important right now. White, would you like me to cuddle you? Or anyone else here? If you needed some physical and mental comfort, then you've come to the right place at the right time. Love to wrap my arms around you if you'd let me.
Well, that's certainly a warm welcome. Come on, let's get to it. I'm sure you don't need to be explained how this works all over again.
There you go. If you want to, you can rest your head on my chest or thighs. Only if you'd like to, of course. Just do whatever you like. This is about you, okay? We're here to make sure you feel comfortable, that you feel soothed.
If you all don't mind, I'm just gonna keep building here. When it's done, White can lay down in it. It should be all warm and cozy and soft, the way a proper pillow fortress should be.
Do what you want to, Yellow. White? Would you enjoy it if I were to stroke your hair like last time? Then I will do that. You seemed to really enjoy that when I did it previously, so I figured that I would offer again. That way you can choose for yourself if you want me to do it again.
Do you want one of the snacks or something to drink? I can run to the store really quick and get anything you want. We've got purple, black, and blue all ready to need you. So there's very little space for me to actually do anything.
Hey, this is a cuddle party for you two. You can go ahead and hug anyone from behind. I don't think Purple or I would mind at all, even if our main focus is White right now. More cuddles is never a bad thing.
Completely fair. Get over here, you snuggle sluts.
It's okay, White. It's gonna be okay. There are some people in the world. Some people that just don't know how to act. People who don't think anything's a big deal. People who think they can treat other human beings like crap. Dating apps, they count on this idea that you're supposed to always be dating someone or looking for someone to date. They rely on the fact that we see each other as products to consume. But with partners, it doesn't work like that. If they're willing to put in enough effort to go on a date with you, or the very least tell you why they couldn't be there. That's not a reflection on you. That just tells me that they aren't taking it seriously. And people like that end up with other people who don't take their relationship seriously, and they become unhappy. But the fact that you came here means you know that you have to take care of yourself, that you have ways to do that, and that you're willing to rely on others. It's going to be okay, White. You're going to be okay.
Purple's absolutely right, and not just because we're engaged. There's this idea going around that either someone's immediately the perfect partner for you, that you match in every single possible way immediately, that romance is supposed to feel like a fairy tale, and there's never going to be downsides, that you always have to be happy. Purple and I sometimes call it Disney princess syndrome. People think that they're princes and princesses, and that their true love will just fall into their lap at some point, but that's not how it works. You have to connect with someone, sure, but communication is more than just raw physical attraction most of the time. If you're constantly getting jealous and never tell someone, you'll never be happy with them. If you expect them to change, but tell them they have to figure out what you want on their own, they don't know what to do. People can't read your mind. And sometimes that's a shame, because that's literally what our language was made for. It's a tool for reading each other's minds.
That's a really cool way to think about it. But they're both right. Relationships with other people are hard to navigate. Getting stood up for a date is really, really rude of them. But Mr. or Mrs. Right isn't just going to show up at your door either. Good relationships don't come from a perfect first date. They come from putting in effort, learning to understand each other every single day, choosing to be clear to each other, to be kind to each other, and anyone can do that. You just have to keep going, White. I swear that it's going to be okay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you have to keep trying. Because it's not getting knocked down that decides when you lose. You can fall 100 times, 1,000, as long as you keep walking. You're still going to complete the marathon. Life isn't a race. It's about knowing when you're doing good, knowing when you're on the right track.
This is all fascinating. It's good to learn these things. Personally, it's hard for me to figure out how I'm feeling, let alone how others are feeling. If you and me were in a relationship, that would give me a lot of trouble. You'd need to tell me how you were feeling a lot of the time. But for someone to say they want to go on a date with you, arrange a date, a time, and then just not be present or even tell you why they can't make it, that is extremely rude. I think that would make you angry and sad. And while I understand that anger can feel nice to vent, I don't think that it's really worth the energy. It's not like being mad at them will change the fact that they didn't show up, but feeling sad is something we can act on. If you feel sad, you need to be comforted. You need to be held. So it's really perfect that you came here. Other things hugs can help with is relieving pain, stress, discomfort, and it can also strengthen your immune system.
Hey, Blue, I'm crossing the line with this pillow's outer edge, but the rest of the pillow is outside of it. Is that still okay, or does the whole thing need to be outside of the line?
The line is the outer edge where sparks might fall when we open the protective window to put more wood on the fire. So the pillow might catch on fire if it's inside of the line.
Just leave him to it. You know, I remember when I was still dating. I had a few people who stood me up. It feels terrible. I know. But it's not a reflection on you. This is entirely them. They're the one who chose not to show up. They're the one who decided not to tell you why they couldn't be there. Best case scenario, they forgot because of some emergency and will text you when they remember, apologizing to you and explaining what happened. Worst case scenario, they just didn't feel like you were important enough and went to do something else. Neither of those things say anything about you. It just means that they couldn't be there, or didn't want to be. You're still worth everything you were before, no matter how bad this feels.
And while this can be a big blow to your confidence, I need you to understand that a setback and a defeat aren't the same thing. So, what if they stood you up? There's hundreds of thousands of other people who would have loved to take their place. They just don't know you exist yet. So, they couldn't have known they wanted to be there.
I think I could be placed on that list. If I could have taken their place, I would have done so gladly. And I don't just say that to make you feel better. I think I would have really enjoyed going on a date with you. I think.
Oh, Blue, you know, it's strange to see you make so much progress so fast. The last time you could barely admit that you said hello and goodbye, and now you're basically confessing to White.
Is it a confession? I suppose that enjoying a date would be a form of showing interest on a romantic level, but it wasn't primarily meant as a romantic gesture.
Fort's done. White, you can get in there now. Why are you all looking at me like that? You knew I was working on it. Oh, wait. I see. They look really cozy. I'm sorry for disturbing. Do you guys mind if I go into the fort myself then? That way I won't disturb anyone anymore.
Yellow, it wasn't meant like that. This is still a cuddle party for you too. Just join the pile in the middle and let's cuddle in here for a moment. We can look at your fort and see about all that later, okay?
Got it. Also, White, I have something to say too. I've gone on a lot of dates, and I've been stood up quite a few times. It feels bad. It feels like you're not worth someone's time. It feels like you somehow did something wrong. But you didn't. Trust me on that. You have to find it in yourself to keep going, even after something like this. Because every time you get knocked down, that's a chance to get back up. Every time you feel like crap, that's a chance to treat yourself. Life is full of moments where you're going to feel like you did something wrong, where you're going to feel like the world is against you. But it's not. It's just a moment. It'll pass. And when you feel up for it again, that's when you put yourself out there again, and again, and again. Endlessly so. Because the moment you stop putting yourself out there, the moment you stop taking on the challenges of life, you slip into a dark place. And when you slip into that place, it's really, really hard to get out. Some people never get out. And the few people who do get out are changed forever. It changes your perspective. So, if I can offer you any consolation, then it's in the fact that you can do this. You can keep fighting. You can keep going. So long as you have the will to do that, I can promise you'll be alright. Just don't ever give up the fight. Don't ever think that it's over, because you're still here. No amount of getting stood up, no amount of people yelling at you, none of that is going to be the end of you. When life knocks you down, there's one thing that I can suggest you do, and it's pretty simple. It might take a lot of energy, but I believe that you can do it. All you have to do is this. You stand back up, you dust yourself off, and then politely tell life that it didn't even hurt.
Very inspiring words, Yellow. It also reminds me of the term of phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Although, it's not actually completely true. It's not the thing that doesn't kill you that makes you stronger. It's the healing you do after that that makes you even stronger.
There. Be quiet, everyone. Their eyes are fluttering slightly while they're closed. I think they're almost asleep.
Sleep tight, White. We'll be there when you wake up. We swear. Because you're our friend, and we'll be here when you need us. Okay?